What's going on, everybody? It's Ty the Bourbon Guy, and this week when it comes to bottles that I've picked up, we have a theme. The theme is shop local. Westfork Whiskey opened up a distillery maybe like a couple miles away from my house, if that. I could walk to it if I really needed to, which in reality I might need to walk home. I stopped through there on their grand opening. I actually got a chance to do a media day with them as well, and just to see what they have going on, and there is so much in this distillery happening. You have a restaurant, you have a cocktail lounge, you have tastings, there's tours that will be set up once their manufacturing is set up. They have an event center, all these things that are available for families, for date night, for someone that's an enthusiast when it comes to whiskey, whatever that may be, right? So there's so many different things going on within that distillery and their new facility, and I couldn't help but support them. So after I did my tasting, I realized their wheated was one of my favorites. This is a straight bourbon whiskey that's wheated. It is stated at 2 years, 73% corn, 17% wheat, 10% rye. 100% of this is distilled by Westfork though. I tasted this and I thought this was, in my opinion, one of the better ones that they had. Each of their whiskeys brings something different, and they have a high rye, they have their original recipe, all these different things, but this wheated mash bill, in my opinion, stood out. So I definitely had to support them by getting that bottle. The second bottle was just an awesome one to get. This was the grand opening blend. So this bottle is exactly that. It was made for the grand opening of that distillery. So the grand opening whiskey is basically 75% their stuff, 25% MGP. So I have obviously not got a chance to try this yet. I tried the wheated in the tasting. I have not gotten a chance to try the grand opening blend. But how awesome is it to have a bottle for a grand opening for a distillery right up the street from your house? So I obviously had to also purchase that. And the last bottle is one that's been a special one in the area. I've seen it around, heard about it, not got a chance to try it yet, but they had it available at the distillery. Old Hammer 7-year. So Old Hammer was an old label that was revived by Westfork. Westfork knew that they had to age some of their own distillate, so of course MGP hit them up. You know, they worked together and they created the Old Hammer line, and it has taken off. There's a lot of things going very well when it comes to this Old Hammer line. A lot of people I talk to, maybe not as familiar with Westfork's line themselves, but they know this line, the Old Hammer. So I think this was an excellent stepping stone to having whiskey that's very good while you're still making your own. It kind of reminds me, a little bit when it comes to New Riff. New Riff had OKI while they were producing their own distillate. I think the difference is they're selling it at the same time. So very excited to try all three of these. I'm excited to continue to go to that distillery, hopefully shoot some content from that distillery as well. There's plenty of times where we have talked about that, maybe me doing certain videos or even taste tests at the distillery while I'm there. So super excited to have one up the street, super excited to be able to support a local distillery right here in Indianapolis. Kentucky obviously has tons of them, but there's a lot of places all around the country that there are starting to be distilleries popping up here and there. And I highly encourage you to find out what those are in your state and support them. That matters a lot. So until I go shopping again, cheers.